Hey everyone, Firemac here, and we're back with some more Asagao Academy. Let's see where we're going. We're with John. Hana? Nyek! I looked up. John was standing in front of my desk, eyes glittering.
Hey!
Yes! I gotta make sure I'm recording. Still not used to my setup yet. Yes? He basically did the ick. I need you in my play, please, Hana.
What?
Eh? John grabbed my shoulders, his arm shaking so much I felt like I was vibrating. The drama club, our play this year. We're doing Romeo and Juliet. Of course it'd be Romeo and Juliet. I've been thinking about it for so long. I couldn't have just anyone, and it wasn't finding someone who fit my particular needs. But then you come along. I've been watching you. I'm sure you can do it. Please, Hana, I need you. Only you. Did he want me to be Juliet?
Huh.
At least come see what I've been working on. Please, Hana. Okay. Yeah, of course. I'll come and see, I guess.
Yeah!
Oh, Hana, thank you so much. You're darling. Darling. John flung his arms around my neck. Then just as quickly let go. Flung his arms around my neck. What? Oh, okay. I got it. That's a way to hide my face. Sure, I was turning pink. Awesome, this will be great. Meet me after school in the theater. I've got everything prepared for you. Yeah, great. Well, now that's settled. Come on, Hana, let's go to lunch. He hustled out of the room with a bird-like grace. I stared after him. It was like a whirlwind just left. He honestly reminded me a lot of Mai.
Hey.
You coming, Hana? He poked his head around the corner. Yeah! He might have been spending too much time with that bird.
Huh.
Man, that test today was brutal. I totally bombed it. I failed miserably. Peachy held up his paper. There was a big red F at the top. John winced and slowly erased his own failed exam. The two laughed and high-fived. It's not a big deal. I'll just retake it later. I had way better things to do than study. I never thought I'd pass. Gerard and I did wonderfully. Most of our homeroom did. Maybe your teacher teaches differently? Nope, I got an 89. So it's not Miss Chizuka. These two are just massive idiots. Shane is savage, yo. I nodded. I didn't feel like admitting to my 93, not after seeing how badly John and PBG did.
Awesome!
Well, that's awesome! Shane, it's like your mind is just made for facts. You totally deserve it.
Hey.
Did you get your 97 raised, Gerard? That's not like you at all, Gerard. Gerard laughed sheepishly.
Complete it!
Of course. Yeah, I got my 100, to be fair. I would have gotten 100 like normal, but one of the questions could be answered in two ways. I told the teacher and he changed my score accordingly. I think you got a couple of points too, Satch. You had to have that 100, didn't you? Did you get a completion bonus?
Huh.
I get to take a lot of crap from you guys. That's more enough to make it worth it. I smiled alongside them, still feeling somewhat out of my element. Shane's comments hung over my head even now, but I didn't think there was much I could do about it. Before class, I quickly filled Mai in on John's proposition. I'm kind of worried about it.
What?
Are you kidding me, Hana? He wants you to be Juliet. And he'll be Romeo. That's so romantic. He's totally hitting on you?
I don't know.
Mai? I'm not really an actress. I feel bad at the limelight. There's no way he would have noticed that. I doubt he's hitting on me either. Hana, get a grip on yourself. You're one of the nicest people I've ever met. Any guy would be lucky to have you. That's why you're my best friend. I mean, why else would he make such a big deal out of it? He did seem kind of upset. You have a point. John as Romeo and me as Juliet. It was corny, but kind of cute. Visions of myself and John in period clothes sweeping across a stage floated through my mind. Spotlights glistening in his hair. He leaned in towards me. On God! Ian!
No!
Oh God. Romeo, my love. Juliet, this is how the story was supposed to go. Romeo! Well, what's wrong? Nothing, sorry. Is class over? Did the audio get weird? Or is that my... I feel like the audio got a little weird. Okay, let's move on. Sorry, nothing, sorry. Is class over? Yeah, you're going to the theater, right? After that daydream, it was hardly like I had a choice.
Bye-bye.
I'll see you back at the dorms.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Bye. It's okay, Hana. You can do this. The theater is here, right? The door opened into a gorgeous room with bright red seats. John was down on the stage, his arms flung to the ceiling. Doth thou protestations? Doth thou protestations relinquish mine, famine? Nay! 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 Jock, you've got to put a little more intensity. Don't you want to be famous? Nay! Why, you little... Excuse me?
Hana!
His voice shot up several octaves. Come in, come in, come in! He leapt up the stairs, grabbed me by my hand, and pulled me into the room. I wasn't sure you were going to come. Thank you so much, Hana. You were really the only person I could trust to do this. What I feel like whatever I'm going to play has something to do with the pink hair. About that, John, I don't know about this. I'm really not an actress. There's no way I could be Juliet. He stopped pulling me. Who said anything about Juliet? Yeah, I didn't think he was going to do that. Didn't you?
No.
That wasn't the part you wanted to talk to me about? Oh no, of course not. You're right. You're not suited to Juliet at all. Ouch. He ran backstage, returning with a large inflatable bag. Actually, I wanted you to be... Drum roll, please, Jock. Da 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 da. I'm not sure. There's supposed to be a drum roll. Da 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 da. But I can't really do that in a robot or I don't. Wait, whatever. He tossed the bag on stage. Crumpled plastic unraveled, revealing...
Yeah!
A tree! I knew it. See, I knew it. Tree? You're perfect for the part. You're so shy and quiet, and you have an impressive ability to stand still for long periods of time. Oh yeah, John. You're doing great, pal. The other day in class, you stared into space for almost 20 minutes straight and didn't move a muscle. Oh. Of course. Why would he want me to play a lead role? It was obvious I wasn't cut out for that kind of thing. Wanting to play the Romeo to my Juliet? How ludicrous. What's wrong? Of course I wouldn't be able to play Juliet. No one would think I could do that. Well, it's not that you can't. But John wasn't trying to be mean. He just didn't seem to get that it was insulting. I'll think about it, okay? I think I'm gonna go for now. If you say so, be sure to give me your answer soon. I'm so ready for this. It's going to be the best play yet, especially with Jock as our Juliet. Of course, Jock is Juliet. I love you. This is very JonTron. Goodbye, John. Oh, she's about to cry. See you later, Hana. And John is like super oblivious to it all. That's hilarious. How awful was that? I shut the door to the dorm room. If I didn't go, Hana never would have been heartbroken. But I think it's better that way. Because she knows now, instead of wondering what could have happened, she knows now. I shut the door to the dorm room, wanting nothing more than to collapse onto my bed.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Hana! Mai was laying on her bunk, upside down, her red hair spilling over the side. Something glinted in her hands. What are you doing? I'm cutting out little blossoms, see? She held a pink cherry blossom to the ceiling. It's so your senpai will notice you. What are you even talking about? You know, senpai always notices the girl when she's outside surrounded by a shower of cherry blossom petals, the wind blowing in her hair. Yeah.
Bingo.
Of course they would bring in the whole senpai noticing you thing. Your guy will definitely notice you with these. A flash of anger ripped through me. Why don't you say them for yourself? Jared will never notice you without them. Dang, Hana. Harsh. Harsh, Hana? Aw. I turned on my heel and stalked out of the dorm room. Aw, look, you made Mai sad. I'm sad. You made Mai. Oh, it's okay. It's okay, Mai. I never do that to you. It was because stuff like that I thought John was trying to... No, it was stupid of me to imagine it could happen in the first place. Oh, she's not gonna go... I want to go apologize to Mai, because that was awful. Poor Mai. Dang, that was absolutely savage. She had no chill, guys. I stepped out to the front of Poppy Hall. The crisp evening air wafting across my face, cooling my skin. A faint tinge of smoke threaded its way into my hair. Remind me of days spent cooking with my father. How stupid. Oh, we're having a flashback? I headed for the field, my stomach sinking with every step. I shouldn't have snapped at Mai. None of this was her fault. Yeah, I agree. And she was being so nice to me, and I said that awful thing to her. She was never going to want to be my friend again. I stopped at a tree and leaned against it. The sun was rapidly setting, the night air growing colder and colder. So it's not a flashback, it's just a new background. Although I was shivering, I didn't want to go back inside. There's no way I could face Mai after what happened. What a terrible person I was. I sat down and hugged my knees, pressing my head into my arms. I stayed that way for a long time, trying not to pay attention to what was going through my head. Oh, it's nighttime now. The wind picked up, roaring past me, whipping my hair against my skin. It was so loud I didn't hear the footsteps until they were right next to me. I looked up. Mai, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have snapped at you. I was just upset. I thought John wanted me to be Juliet, but it turns out he wants me to be a tree. I shouldn't have cared so much about it. I'm really just an awful person. Mai let out a peal of laughter. That John doesn't mean anything by it. But that is something he would do. He's nice, but he can be a little clueless sometimes. She sat next to me and wrapped an arm around my shoulders. Together we huddled against the rough bark of the oak tree, somewhat sheltered from the wind. You remember what Shane said about my hair? Mai's arm tightened around me. I've been on edge ever since. I don't know how to face them, even when they're being nice. I'm so afraid they hate me. I'm sorry, I'm such a coward. Well, it's okay. We're all cowards sometimes. I feel like Mai's referring to herself there. Maybe we should just approach our problems directly instead of coming at them from the side with flowers and friendship. You want to join a Norboots club, don't you? Yes. Well, I want to date Jared. None of these will happen if we keep avoiding the stuff that makes us nervous. Yeah. If he wants something, we should go get it. We shouldn't just because we're used to waiting for things to happen to us doesn't mean that they're always going to if we're just patient enough. Hana, if you want to join a Norboots club, you have to keep moving forward, strongly, without fear. without looking back, right? Yeah. The same goes for you, Mai. Yeah, it does. I rested my head on Mai's shoulder, thankfully that she was taller than my paltry 5 foot 2 inches. She laid her head on top of my own.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I think I'm gonna try harder. Nothing good came of me avoiding my problems and being a coward. I can't keep running away, or else eventually I'm going to run out of places to go. And then I'll break. If I want to make a new life at Asagao, I have to try.
Seriously.
I'm going to be my best self and be myself. And I'm going to actually try. Who knows, maybe Shane will warm up to me eventually. Maya pulled me closer into a hug.
Yeah.
That's the spirit. Now what do you say we get inside? It's freezing. Yeah, let's, and thank you, Mai. Mai smiled at me. No, thank you. Let's go. No, I'm glad they made up. I'm glad they made up. Oh, the game. Quickly, there's only 2 minutes left. Giant yellow letters balloon on my phone screen, blocking several falling cubes, preventing me from making more combos and deploying more troops. Damn it, get him away! A small, yellow plush with a great smiley face waved as a sword. And the big bad... I'm gonna stop. A giant king came rushing out of the castle. Smiley man, so we meet again. What are you doing? You lose. No. Oops, sorry. Freaking Ian, come on, man. Ian, the brutal moose of yore, stood over my shoulder, peering at my phone. What do you want? Yeesh, touchy, aren't we? He really does speak in Comic Sans. I'm just actually noticing that. What are you doing playing such a boring game anyway? Nothing. I was waiting for Maya and I was bored. To tell the truth, I was practicing. That game's similar to the ones that's going to be in the tournament, right? You lost pretty quickly. It doesn't seem like you're any good. He looked at my phone again and froze. I glanced back to the screen. My score was still slowly totaling, speeding over 100,000 range.
What?
Holy crap! How did you do that? Do what? Your score. That's incredible! How long have you been playing this game? I'd never seen Ian so animated. If you ask me, I would almost say he cared about what was happening. I guess 2 weeks, maybe? Only 2 weeks? He put his hand to his chin and thought, if you're this good at this game, you might be able to learn to play the one for the tournament. What are you suggesting? He glared at me. We both know you'd love to join a normal boots club, and I need someone to fill puzzle games during the tournament. You need to join the team. I gazed at him, trying to read his face. He's trying to recruit us to not normal boots, hidden block. Oh, are we finally gonna meet Balrog? Balrog's been missing this entire time. I've met everyone but Balrog. Could he be pulling my leg? It was possible that I was actually much worse than average, and he wanted me to join a team to drag down their score. A dirty move, but I wasn't sure Ian wouldn't do it if given a chance. Ian sighed. Look, at least give it some thought. That was impressive. I wouldn't mind having some competition for once. Oh, he wants me to join normal boots. I actually thought he was going to try to recruit as a hidden block. Damn it, when are we going to meet Balrog? He turned on his heel and ambled to his seat. What was that about? Are you flirting with the enemy? I told her what just happened.
Really?
Really? He thinks you have what it takes? That would be awesome, wouldn't it, Hana? Isn't this exactly what you wanted? I guess? Not everyone's so enthusiastic about having me on the team, though. Shane's glaring face passed through my mind. I'm sure if you proved yourself, it would be alright. What are you going to do? I'm not sure. I'd like to try. There's no way it'd work. I'd like to try. We're confident. I mean, at least in Hana's terms. Even if I fail, I'm going to work hard and give it my best. Maybe I can even make Shane and others accept me. Now's not the time for me to sit around and wonder what else I can do.
Yahoo!
That's my girl! I mean, there's my girl. Oh, Hana, you're catapulting through the sky like a shooting star. Bless. Dang, she's crying. And what are you going to do next? Talk to them? An image of myself going head-to-head with Shane flickered through my mind. Maybe not just yet. Sensing my unease, Mai shrugged. Well, don't worry about it too much. Ian's part of Hidden Block, after all. It wouldn't help him to have competition, and besides... Shizuka stalked in, looking furious. Turn to page 394. That was the end of that. And she was pissed. Finally, the class was over. I gathered my bags and joined Maya as she headed to the door. Hana? Shane again. Shane stood before me, shifting from foot to foot. Can I speak to you? A lump formed in my throat. What did he want now? Sure, Mai, go on ahead. If you say so. With a worried tone in her voice, Mai left us alone. Shane waved me out of the classroom into a nook next to the window. It came to my attention that I perhaps said something that perhaps I should have not said. And that perchance I may have possibly bothered you in some such fashion as cause of my words that I said. I'm sorry? Yes, exactly. What?
Well...
I'm sorry for what I said about your hair. My heart skipped a beat. How did you know I heard that? She came to my room last night and tore my ear off. Oh my. My charging quickly turned to gratefulness. How many other girls would go to one of the most popular guys in school and chew him out because he was mean to her friend? Especially when I wasn't even supposed to hear it. I hope you can forgive me. What? Alright, that's alright, Shane. If Shane came around, we can be cool with Shane, man. A weight lifted from my shoulders. Oh no, I'm really happy. Thank you so much for apologizing to me. To be honest, I've been worrying about this for a while now. So I'm glad you've changed your mind. I didn't say that. Oh, he still thinks it. I deflated. Look, it's not really about you. Or in a way it is, but you can't really help that. Is that supposed to make me feel better? Never mind. Look, you have to come with me. I have a surprise. Following Shane around was not something I would particularly like to do. Especially considering what just happened, but... Yeah, okay. Shane grabbed my wrist and led me down the hallway. I could probably have followed him just as well without his needing to do that, but there were worse things in this world. Before long, we wound up in front of the Normal Boots Club room. What is this? Without saying a word, Shane opened the door and led me in. Inside, the entirety of Normal Boots was waiting, along with a sullen-faced Ian. Ian's here too.
Bye.
Well, it looks like my work is done. Goodbye. He brushed past me as PBG began to laugh.
See ya.
Thanks, man. See you in the tournament. So, Hana, I bet you're wondering why Mr. Stoic brought you here. A little bit, yeah. Oh shit, are we about to actually join the hidden... Goddammit. The Normal Boots Club. As you know, there's a tournament that happens each year in early spring. This year, the tournament is about a month and a half. We each compete in various events. It used to be an easy win, but with Hidden Block around, things change. We want to keep our competitive edge. Something happened last year that made it so we no longer have someone competing in the puzzle category. It's that pink hair, man. I want to know about the pink hair, damn it. I want to know about the freaking pink hair. Who would they be talking about? I mean, is that like, are they referencing someone in real life? I don't know. I'll find out in the future. I stand by my decision. Oh. John was the one who brought the pink hair in? Who could it be? So we need someone to take John's place. I don't understand. Wait, John was gonna be the puzzle guy? We all have different categories we're entering into. Oh, John used to be the puzzle guy. Oh, okay. We all have different categories we're entering into, and half of us have jobs or other clubs that we're busy with. We can't exactly take more on. For example, I compete in the invention and game design category. Of course you would. I play retro games, get a higher score than the other fellow by the end of the level, that kind of thing. I play pinball on the machines arcade provides. It's the same thing, really. Shane does Mario Kart racing. Of course he would. Or at least he will this year. I do completion speedruns. Of course you would. So I gather and accomplish everything in games as fast as possible. It's just as draining as it sounds. We compete in tag team 80s and 90s arcade beat 'em up. Specific, I know. And I dance. Of course, Jared. We each have our own fields. We can't take the time to learn a new one. So Ian told us how good you are at Dumbadoom's Revenge. He suggested you enter the tournament as a member of the Normal Boots Club.
Really?
Really? Why on earth would he do that? He's won that event every year he's gone to school in this district. He wants a little challenge this time around. Just because we're rivals doesn't mean we're not friends. Anyways, we voted on whether you should join the club, and, well, long story short, we've got a compromise. You enter the tournament, and if you win, you get to join a Normal Boots Club. Not the same. Not the same as... We weren't going to join them. But, okay. This is close enough. Close enough. This is the proposition. If you lose, well, you don't have what it takes. What do you say? So Ian is my mortal enemy. I have to beat Ian. This was amazing. This is exactly what I wanted. This was my chance.
I don't know.
If I lost, didn't that mean I would lose their friendship too? Of course not. I'd be a laughingstock, and I'd be left alone again.
Hana.
When the hell did Mai get here? Hana. Mai? You should accept. But where did you even come from? See? Don't you remember what you told me?
Uh-huh.
No more giving up. Yeah, I do. Okay, I'm going to try. And that was how I got the opportunity to join the Normal Boots Club. So I guess there's a potential of me not joining the Normal Boots Club. Even if I could win my event for the tournament, I would officially join a team. If I didn't, the club would be more likely to lose the tournament, and I wouldn't get to stick around. It was scary, but if I succeeded, it would be worth it. I couldn't sleep at all that night, so when morning came, I put on my uniform and headed to class early. For once, I was eager for the mundane classroom environment. I hoped it would still my racing thoughts and help me come to terms with my amazingly good fortune. Therefore, I was sitting at my desk, falling slowly asleep when a hand slammed upon its surface. Listen up! I scooted my chair away from the desk. Shane glared at me. If you are really competing with us in this tournament, and I still can't believe that's happening, then you had better not let us down. He pulled out the chair in front of my desk and sat down. Let's talk strategy. What? Do you think practice will pull you through the tournament? Despite knowing it was probably the wrong answer, I nodded.
No.
Wrong! Rather than practice, you need strategy! I could hardly believe my eyes. Shane, the normally quiet, barely speaking Shane, was suddenly on fire and preparing to give me a full lecture on video game strategy. Does this mean my good fortune was over, or... Pay attention! I snapped up straight and scooted my chair to my desk. Yes, sir? Strategy isn't something you can just study. It isn't something you only start thinking about when you're playing your game. Strategy is always... Repeat after me. Strategy is always... Strategy is always what? That's not a complete sentence. Strategy is always? He slammed his hand on the desk again. What feeling? Strategy is always!
Yeah.
Good. Do you know what this means? In your daily life, you can make choices willy-nilly, like an absolute idiot. Or you can make a smart, intelligent choices. You can make choices like a winner. Sometimes these go against what we want in the moment. Someone strategizing for a diet would have to pick not to eat a second serving, even if they want to, even if they're hungry. It's not always what you want, but it's what you got to do. Understand? I think, kind of? He nodded, seemingly satisfied. The more you strategize in your daily life, the better your mind will get when trying to strategize in-game. Gaming isn't fun. Gaming is life. He leaned forward, staring me down. Strategy is always. Shane grabbed the bottom of his chair, scooted frantically away, his mission apparently accomplished. He sat at his desk across the room, pulling out his sketch pad and drawing pencils. Then, face calm as ever before, he started to draw. How was that the same Shane I've seen for all these weeks? If he heard me, he didn't respond. I turned back to my desk, once again wide awake. Shane's words repeating in my head. Strategy is always. To answer? But why is it? It's an incomplete sentence. Oh hey, it's almost time for the flower festival. That it is. And everything happened so quickly, it felt like it snuck up on me. Have you decided who you're taking yet? Right. I had to go with someone to the festival, but who could I ask? The only guys I knew were the members of the Normal Boots Club. Would they want to go with me? Which one should I go with? John was kind and caring, but I was a bit worried he cared too much about Jock and the play to notice anything else. PPG was so easygoing, but something about the way he looked at me still bothered me. Satch was mature and really smart, but he seemed hard to get close to, or was I imagining that? Then there was Shane, who, let's be honest, he hated me. There's no way he'd say yes, but then again, he had started to warm up to me. Paul continue? Popped in my head too, but the last few times I hung around him, he caused major destruction. Jared was so caring and friendly, but I wasn't sure he was interested in me in that way. There was Jared too, but I looked at I couldn't do that, could I?
Well,
Ah! Shit! There's only 5 options. Is this the legit choice? Are we finally making the choice? Alright, first of all, apparently Continue's not here. We can't pick Paul, and we can't pick Jared. I mean, I understand why we can't pick Jared. Is this the actual choice? Because if we can't pick Continue or Jared, I'm having a hard time feeling like this is like the choice. Or maybe I would have to make the questions in the first part a little differently to get them as my options. So, who knows? I'm not sure. But, I'm gonna treat this as like the choice. Alright, so I'm gonna talk this out. Alright, let's see. Gerard. He has definitely been Kane. Okay, there's definitely... Okay, Gerard seems caring, but he seems more interested in completing things than really care. Shane definitely has been thinking about me. But everyone knows Shane is like the hard mode. Because everyone has a hard time romancing Shane, right? And he has history with some pink girl, and he hates me for it. Right? Like, he hates the fact I have pink hair, and so he can't get that out of his head. Satch is definitely super high intellectual, who seems like he'd be nice to me, but doesn't look like he'd be that interested. PPG definitely wants me, but he's being super, I can't think of a word. John is cool as crap. So that I'm leaving Shane out because as much, I don't think I want to do a hard mode. Like, I would, if I could, I would be like, let's find out next time, but I cannot back out of this without saving. I mean, without picking one, so I can't let you guys choose for me. Alright. I'll be honest with you guys. I guess at this point, I might as well reveal who I had in mind this entire time. This entire time, I had John in mind. Because Game Grumps. This is when I started out watching YouTube. Started out watching YouTube before, but when I really got into YouTube, it was through Game Grumps. And I knew Aaron beforehand, and then I got introduced to John. And then once I started watching John, I thought John was great. John was freaking awesome, and John is awesome. He's hilarious. I love the guy. And Game Grumps is like my favorite YouTube thing ever. So I was like, John. But as I started playing a little bit, I kind of wanted to play into their characters in the game a little more and think about that. But my gut kind of want to pick John anyway. Like, right now, I'll tell you guys it's between PBG and John. John, because, you know, Game Grumps still, but PBG, because he looks like he's probably the most interested in me in this game. He's probably easiest to romance, I'm assuming. I could be wrong. But PBG definitely looks like he wants something. And John's just hilarious because it's John. And he's the human puppy. Give me a sec, guys. I know how I'm going to do this. I'm back. Alright, this is how I'm going to do this, guys. I got here a box of dice. Let's see. Yes. So, now this is a bunch of 20-sided dice. You know, I play Magic all the time. I'm gonna use this red die right here. Yep. And I'm gonna try to do this in a way so I can show you the result. I'm not gonna move the camera because camera's a pain to readjust. But what I'm gonna do is roll it. If evens, we get John. If odd, we go with PBG. And then I'm not even looking at the result. I'm just gonna pick up over there. Odd. What the heck did I say? I don't even remember what I was gonna say. I think I said PBG was odd, right? I don't even remember what I said. Oh, I'm awful. I think I said PBG was odd, and John was even. Is that what I said? I feel like, well, now it's a moot point. I'm gonna pretend, well, not pretend, I'm gonna assume, I'll feel like an idiot when I rewatch this later that if I got this wrong, but I'm assuming odd was PBG, so we're gonna go with PBG. Oh!
PBG.
We picking PBG, everybody. The choice is made. The choice is made! And I'm gonna end that episode right here. No more dialogue. See you guys next time. This is Firemac saying bye-bye. See you next time.